Y'all remember them? So let's say you run into a couple of smaller guys, or at least a couple of thinner guys. The trunk is a lot rougher, so grinding this on parts of your ankles or whatever that you might not be as used to, okay, it's going to be pretty rough. So come introduce yourself. You may have to stay a bit low to stay on the camera, right? So introduce yourself gently, because you might want to, all right? You don't want to go full crazy, because if you wind up getting hurt or something, then you're going to have to wait to heal, and it might drive you crazy. So, yeah. Pretty good. We've already had a whole bunch of. Now, the great thing about this setup, there's not much of a. They're not caddied much. All right. Fantastic to get through. Just be careful. It's a bit rough, tough, but I don't see any real sharps anymore. All right. So. And this is this type of position. It's fantastic for working your concentration on two different parts, So let's say you're dealing with the body, but at the same time. So let's say this is the hands or whatnot. Whatever scenario, whatever visualization you want to set up for yourself. The point is, it allows you to also work with distances, okay? So, and it allows you to also mix and match all that great footwork and stuff, but playing the inside-outside on your leverages and stuff, okay? So here, I'm applying the leverage force, all right? But, so I know I'm in here, all right? Let me get down a little lower, right? So, well, oh. Completely on the outside or inside, whatever you want to call it, but right. Locked in, using the leverage, pin in, and now I'm here. Okay. Bring over, and really just you can push in, and you're locking in normally. Or but by applying the pressure in, you're locking in. Okay? So again, you move, it's locking in. And you get the concept. What you're doing is you're using your body position to almost lock. You're putting that behind you. Okay? In this particular type of drill. In this practice. Come forward. Doesn't have to just be touching. Or And now, at this size, oh yeah, I forgot that, you know, for me, it's not as big of a deal, but maybe the bark can be too rough, or whatever. But then, slow, gentle. So you're setting up, right? And you do what I told you about creating that space, right? Lock them in, right? Guard, practice guard. And what's great and automatic with that is, right? So, lock. Now we really have that comes a little bit later, using all your positions and stuff to get that little workout going. All right, here's some things that you're doing. Here's some things that you're doing, and you're coming and you're meeting your tree. You're meeting these two thin, narrow, codominant stems. Keep nice and narrow. Keep that nice and narrow. It's easy to have all this space in the world to be your target, but keep narrow. Making a little contact on the hit, on the contact, making a little contact here. That's fantastic. Okay. Fantastic. Good. Get a little body bump into it. They could be very light. If it's too rough, very light. Leverage. Leverage. So I'm a little bit extra careful because I don't want to damage these shoots too much, or more than I've already probably roughed them up a little bit. And stuff like that you might be dealing with, if you feel it's okay, that's also a great part, because it requires you, similar to the hat concept, it requires you to have a little consideration here and to manage that as well. Stepping through is great, just mind your step, but it's awesome because it's basically, because you certainly do want to lift high, at least in the beginning, so to make sure that you're clearing through. Hold on for leverage if you need a little bit. There's no reason to destroy yourself over it. Now, similar concept to what we talked about, right? If you don't want to be on the knees, that's fine. Same great opportunity to applying force going this way, force coming this way. Okay.